Hello Libra, a very warm welcome to you on my channel Quarter Moon Tarot, and this is your reading for the month of September. So let us see what September has in store for Libra. Let's begin by pulling out a card for each week, and then we'll clarify that with the tarot. So that's your first week card. Just let me check the camera. Okay, fine. Second week, third week, and that's the fourth week of September. So in the first week of September, you have this card which talks of a sacred pool. Let's get some more on this. See, this card is about, it's like, it's a card of reflection. Okay, it's a card of reflection. And, looking into yourself to understand how things are around you. Okay, and it's generally talking of taking stock of, what has happened in the past or in the recent past. This is a time where, you need to just be in a very sacred space to just figure out a few things for yourself. Okay, let's get some more on this, Libra. Time for contemplation, reflection, and we have the Seven of Swords. See, there's a loss of peace of mind or personal freedom. There is something which is disturbing you about what has happened in the past, or the decisions you have taken in the past, the choices you made, the things you did. You're reflecting on all of that in the first week of September. Something is triggering that. Okay, you need to take a look at the past, because that is what things done in the past are responsible to a large extent for our present, right? Got the Nine of Cups, got the Ego card. See, this is a card of wish fulfillment, Libra, no doubt about it. Okay, and there is something which has been a certain sense of freedom. You're experiencing a certain sense of freedom from something in the first week of September, but you are not sure whether you have made the right decision to be free of something. At a certain level, you have wished for it and it has come true. But I feel that, having come true, you're not very sure whether you have taken the right decision of being free of something which you felt, was, you felt that it restrained you, it confined you, it held you in one place, you were committed to it, and, in between you were not sure whether you want to honor the commitment, you want to stay committed, you want to move away. So, the way things have worked out, you are being freed of that. You are probably in the process of moving away from that, but you are, I think, doubting your decision of being free of it. You're not very sure whether you took the right decision or no. So that is what, you need to contemplate in the first week, so that no matter what it might be, Libra, you move on with a peaceful mind and heart. Be yourself around others. See, it talks of not making assumptions, and it says that the biggest assumption that humans make is that everyone sees life the way we do. We assume that others think the way we think, feel the way we feel, judge the way we judge, and abuse the way we abuse. We are afraid to be ourselves around others because we think others will judge us, victimize us, abuse us, and blame us as we do ourselves. So, I think you're taking a certain amount of, you do feel you're not yourself, with the other people. You're not your true self. Somehow you're not that authentic self, you are. You feel a little curbed, you feel a little held back. You are unable to express, yourself very clearly and freely. And that is why, you just assume the way, you make a lot of assumptions. Okay? So here this card is telling you, don't assume, if you have a doubt, if you have a query, you have something which is bothering your mind, it would be a good idea to clarify it rather than keep assuming that you are thinking the same, so others are thinking the same. You feel the same, so obviously others are feeling the same. It's really not like that. It would be a good idea to have, to communicate clearly and, express and say what you want to. See here it says, be a white magician. There is a lot of power in your words, and the way you communicate can change a lot of things. Change things in the sense that it will give you that peace of mind, it will give you that mental clarity and the clarity in your heart, so that you can move on to whatever you want to move on to and whatever you want to move away from, so that you move away with a peaceful mind and heart. So it's a good idea not to assume. Whatever it is you want to ask honestly and truthfully, it is a good time in the first week to do so, Libra. Clear up all the doubts, so that everything is at peace, is at rest, and you are not troubled as you move on from here. Second week of September, we have movement. See, it's time to move forward, but these things are, you need to move with a very little on your back. Otherwise, it becomes a burden. It slows your pace. The ostrich is capable of, running very fast. But, if you have something on your back, or let's say you're holding on to something with respect to this, that is not going to help you fly and help you move fast. So clear up whatever you need to, so that you set yourself free and you move forward, right? And with a light step, a light heart. 10 of Cups, this is the card of happiness. It's the happily ever after, Libra. So for that, that happiness to be there, that whatever it was, you ended it on a good note. That that happiness of ending things on a good note with a clear mind and heart is what it should be, and that is the kind of happiness this 10 of Cups is talking about. 9 of Swords, which is a card of worry, anxiety, and unfounded worry and anxiety, and the Knight of Wands we have over here. So it's like there is some worry about moving forward, right? Whether you should follow what you want to follow, and I feel that it is all connected to this, because somehow you're being pulled back. That is what I feel. You're being pulled back because this is not being cleared up. The moment you do that, this card of anxiety is also going to the impact of this is not going to be very strong. You might also have some concerns about moving forward, but just let me clarify this a little. It's telling you to be focused on moving forward. What you've left behind, you've left behind. Whatever choices you've made, you've made. Don't let that continue to remain with you. Whether it is in your mind, in your heart, you need to be clear of that, so that you can move forward. And then you might feel a little anxious about where you're going to go next, right? Here this card says, seek to know the truth. There is some information you need, Libra. Information with respect to what you're leaving, and information with respect to where you're going next, right? Till you do not have that confusion and anxiety is going to prevail. So the cards are suggesting that for you to move forward happily, and in general to be in a happy space, you need to get the answers to any questions which are bothering your mind, rather than trying to figure everything out on your own with respect to everything. It is a good idea to seek counsel from somebody. Just get some more information on whatever it is that is bothering you. That is what is going to help you clear up all these doubts. Otherwise, this state of confusion and being muddled is just going to prolong. So obviously there is something for which you need information. You need to either delve into books to get your information. You need to spend some time with yourself to understand what you really want. What is it about that you are leaving? How are you feeling about that? How do how does it really impact you? You need to be very honest with those things, so that anything which is pending, remaining, lingering, you can deal with that before you move on. So you really need to come very clear with yourself before you can really leave this for good and start on a clean slate. Third week of September, we have deep freeze. Things are not moving in the third week of September. It's all frozen, right? Nothing is moving. Let's take a look at this. I've got this. What does it say? Seven of Cups. Too many choices, inability to make a decision, feeling a little confused. This is all about feelings. Your cups are your emotions. You're not sure, what is going to make you really happy, what you really want to pursue. Five of Wands. This is a card of conflict, and the Two of Cups. There is okay, so Libra, in the third week of September, whether you have a problem with finances, you are facing a financial crunch, you need some money, or you are feeling lonely, you're feeling alone, you're feeling a little helpless, you're feeling very pessimistic about life in general, and not having people around you when you need them, whether they are for emotional support, whether for physical support, whether for financial support, any kind of assistance that you will be looking for in the third week of September. And I think you are pretty much going to be conflicted within your own mind whether you should reach out to somebody or no. There is going to be this sense of there's going to be a slightly cold time for you in the third week of September. However, you will still be confused about whether you should reconnect, reach out to somebody to in order to get out of this cold place. You will be in that confusion. Should I not? Should I not? Emotionally, you are really looking at reaching out to somebody and connecting with somebody. Maybe somebody from the past, maybe somebody you've not met in a long time, maybe there were some differences, some misunderstandings, all kind of, you just drifted apart, right? So you would like to reconnect with somebody you had a good equation with. Oh, sorry. Okay, but you will just wonder whether you should or you should not. Deep down inside, emotionally, you do want somebody to talk to connect with, so that you don't feel so lonely and cold, right? So of course it also is telling you that you should follow your intuition, you should do everything for your emotional well-being. We all need to feel happy. Don't let the ego get the better of you, rather than spending your time waiting for somebody to reach out. It's like you need it, so it's a good idea that you reach out. You might feel that's the conflict you're going to feel, that it's my time of need, that's why I'm reaching out. But the thing is that when you have a good equation with people, nobody will hesitate in reaching out. When you are there for them and they are there for you, these questions don't come. But again, this teaches you something about relationships, that at a certain level we need to keep in touch with people who really matter, because these are the people we can rely on, these are the people we've known for a long time. So it's important to maintain a good rapport and a good relationship with people who matter to you. So don't get into that conflict about reaching out to somebody you've not contacted for a long time. Nonetheless, I do feel I'll get you another card for guidance, but with the Seven of Cups, it's quite clear that your heart is wanting something. Why are you denying and depriving yourself of some kind of comfort, happiness and joy? Just a logical a question that why would you, or why would anyone want to stay unhappy? None of us should, right? So and relationships don't really work very well if we take the perspective of the ego foremost, right? There should be no ego coming in relationships. Those are not relationship. Ego is for everyone else, where you can do without certain people, but with relationships, with people you bond very well with, that's one thing which should not be there. See, it says assume nothing. Don't make any assumptions. You might be assuming with the Five of Wands, if I do this, what will happen? If I do this, what will happen? What will this person say, etc., etc. So don't make any assumptions. Okay, in any kind of relationship, we can make the assumption that others know what we think, and we don't have to say what we want. We assume they are going to do what we want because they know us so well. If they don't do what we want, we feel hurt and think, how could you do that? You should know. So you're just assuming that somebody should reach out. You're just assuming that somebody should be in touch with you. You're just assuming a whole lot of things, right? And that is not the right thing. That's what this card says. that I mean, how can we assume that the other person knows? Everything happens only when we communicate, right? Good time to dwell on the message of this card, that we can't just assume that people know what's happening with us and they should be finding out and reaching out to us. We have a requirement, we should also reach out, right? Fourth week of September, balancing act. Let's see. We've got the Ace of Wands, a new beginning, a new opportunity. See, it's a tightrope walk. Wow, you got the Ace of Cups, you got two aces, and you've got the Queen of Wands. This is a card, this is a week of passion and emotion, right? I think it's a good idea to get started with things which make you happy and follow them through passionately, whether it is a relationship. And like I said, it could be about a relationship based on emotions, or a relationship which is connected with finances, resources, etc., whatever it might be. It's a good idea to connect. It's a good idea to get that relationship going. Follow with your feelings, go with your passion, go forward with confidence. It's that urge in you to connect with somebody because they need to do something for you and you need to do something for them, right? There has to be a certain give and take. If you are not going to participate in this give and take, the karmic equation is not going to get balanced and fulfilled, which gets delayed and postponed to another lifetime, or maybe sometime later on in this life. The fact is that whatever needs to be done has to be done, and when you feel that happiness on connecting with somebody, you're following the right path because you're permitting them to do something for you. You are also permitting yourself to do something for them. It's all about giving and receiving, and that's what the whole universe works on. One has to balance everything with everybody, and that is why you feel these kind of egoistic thoughts. That's the brain analyzing, but deep down that you really need this person, you need this relationship for a reason, whether they are there to help you, like I said, in whichever way possible, but you need to keep that balance going between you and somebody else, and I'm sure you are going to feel quite happy about it in the fourth week of September, Libra. So follow through with that. You will take your time, but I think at the end of it you will go ahead with this, and you will definitely feel a lot more. You'll feel empowered, you'll feel strong, you'll feel happy, you'll feel that burst of energy in you. Okay, so with that, it's a wrap of your reading, Libra. Thank you for watching.